People say we're the nicest up in the Midwest. I'd argue that the South is nicer.
I didn't want to like get arrested at Buc-ee's, so I just played dead.
Attack!
I just couldn't help myself. So I got back on the liquor. I'm not sure if you meant that as a compliment. I know CJ wouldn't mean it as a compliment.
Thanks for reaching out. And he said, calm down. Thank you very much. I miss Sean Kingston.
Yeah, you guys really hit it off when we met.
Surprised
my
you guys
first
didn't
celebrity.
stay more in touch.
What's up?
What's up, Sean Kingston?
Hey, these are the C-Boys. What's
Cool.
up? What's up?
That was probably the most awkward interaction we've ever had. Maybe not ever, but
a
up there
person
Yeah, it was definitely up there.
He
caliber.
definitely didn't care to meet us.
in the locker room of the Civic Center of all places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another Ripper episode of Life Wide Open podcast. Good to be here, boys. How you
It is
doing?
great to be here.
Happy Saturday.
Feeling good. Feeling good.
We talk about Micah, how he almost killed us on the way here.
What now?
I just went for like a classic, pass, and my eyes were deceiving me. So I thought the car that was on the oncoming lane was in the right-hand lane. Like,
Because it had red headlights.
It's happened before. I don't know. Well, no headlights at all, but
Oh, I suppose.
she's just like, ah! And I'm
How
like,
close
ah!
was it?
I mean, to the point where I dang near had to cut the guy off that I was
No
passing.
shit.
Yeah,
so
no,
it was
no,
I
close.
felt
okay.
like an asshole.
You had the
It's
Bronco floored.
floored, and it
Good thing
yeah.
you got that WAPTA.
Yeah, but it still was like bogging almost. Like, you know how they have the electronic? It's not like a cable anymore.
Yeah.
I was sketch. I get all hot.
Really? Because
So
you
it
almost
was
had a
bad.
Yeah, and then
head-on
you're embarrassed too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
now
it
you're
was
in
the
front
worst.
of this guy, and you're like, oh, I
Yeah.
feel like I gotta go
Did
fast
you just
now.
speed
He's
and
like,
just get out of there?
Who the hell is Steve? too?
Steve. Where's Steve one?
Driving like an
first
asshole.
Steve? He goes, he lost his first leg driving like that, dude.
I just felt bad. Yeah, I was dumb.
Well, it's funny because Alondra will do that while we're driving. Sometimes it's because of a threat that is within 3/4 of a mile away. And sometimes it's like she'll just remember something. She'll go, and I'll like be driving. You know, you kind of get in like a zone, right? You just like, you're just driving, whatever. And she'll go, and then you go, you like, it scares you, it jolts you. What's happening? You put yourself on high alert. I feel like it's a female thing.
Yeah,
to,
they
like,
all do that.
Yeah, just shriek.
Yeah, Greta does
Standard
that too.
procedure.
Closes her eyes and goes, whenever I'm passing somebody. And I'm like,
Really?
can you relax?
Really?
Like, you're stressing me out right now, and I'm just passing
And
somebody.
you're a pretty slow driver too. Like, I wouldn't say you're too aggressive.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm not sure if you meant that as a compliment. I know CJ wouldn't mean it as a compliment.
It depends on the
Pretty damn
scenario.
slow.
Are we trying to get home from the airport after a long day? You're a slow driver and it's annoying.
55 and a 60.
You guys might be very appreciative of my slow driving when I have to take over the entire insurance policy for the company.
Exactly. It is a positive there. And I always trust you. You'll get
Somebody's
us there
gotta do it.
safe. Someone's got to drive safe around here.
Somebody's got to do
I
it.
was just thinking about that on my way here. Like, stuck behind some dude pulling a fish house, and then a couple people behind him. So stuck.
Fish house.
Stuck
Wrong
dri-
season, brother.
Yeah, stuck driving 55 in the 55, and I thought very deeply about how I'm not an angry person. I'm a very happy, optimistic person. If for some reason they like put a regulation on our cars where we had to drive the speed limit, I would not be as nice of a person.
It would stress you out.
Yes, it just drives me nuts. Driving 55 feels like you're driving a golf cart. Might as well be.
I pulled out of the shop the other day, and our local state trooper whipped up right behind me.
Oh,
And I had to set the cruise control at 55, and I felt like I was just crawling
Like
down
you're
the
not
road.
moving.
He whipped out behind you, or
Yeah, he just whipped out right behind
he
me.
was waiting, or what?
I don't know. I think
Or it
he,
just
I
was
think
like
he
a
saw me from
coincidence.
like a mile away and just
he-
accelerated. And
What
he was
were
like
you
on
driving?
my bumper. I was on my Bronco.
So he was just.
I couldn't see his car out of the back of my car because he was that close to my bumper.
well, you probably were
Really?
out causing a ruckus.
God damn. Maybe
Dude,
he was thinking you were driving too slow.
yeah. Well, I think
why
that
he
a
was-
lot.
it's like,
I
I'm not
think that a
gonna
lot.
take
actually.
speed, though.
When I was coming home last night, I was doing like 6 over. There was somebody just like riding me, and Greta's like, "How fast are you going?" And I was like, "I don't know, like 6
10?
over." And I was like, "I don't think it's a cop, but if it is a cop, I think they want me to go faster because they're riding me."
you, yeah.
So I is that a good excuse? Like if you get pulled over and they go, "Why were you going so fast?" and be like, "Well, you were on my bumper. I figured
were
you want me
pushing
to
me,
go
dude. You were
faster.
pushing
I thought
me."
you were drafting off of me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could get away with that and then say, like, I didn't know you were a cop. Like, I just saw the headlights.
That
you
is
scared
that
me.
is annoying though. Like when you got someone right behind you and they're driving too close, but they won't pass, and you kind of almost inherently
Yeah,
start
try to speed up just to get away
and then
from
next
them.
thing you know, you're speeding. You're kind of like, frick, is there any cops?
Yeah, and
then
they're-
you're like,
they're
"Dude,
riding
just
you."
fucking pass me so I
Pass
can
me.
go back. Yeah.
But then you do get passed, and you're like, God damn, dude, I'm getting passed by a minivan right now.
Yeah.
I thought about it the other day when I was driving and there was a cop going down the interstate, and it was from like out of town, out of state. It wasn't doing anything. He was driving somewhere, right? And everybody, like, traffic is just like bottled up around him. And he was doing like 65 in a 60. Like, he's going fast and everything. He's just driving as a normal dude, just in a cop car. And I go, I wonder if they get annoyed that everybody around you like tenses up and just forgets how to drive and like slows down.
Yeah,
It's gotta be so fucking annoying.
I know. I'm sure everywhere they go, everyone's just stomping on their brakes.
Brake
like,
checking you.
like sitting at a stop sign for 1 minute.
Yeah. If you're like, you're like, no, you go first.
Yeah, it's just like.
And you're like, dude, I'm a detective. Like, I'm solving murders today. I don't give a shit about your.
I
like,
was wondering if
speeding
like
ticket.
police officers, like in their world, obviously they don't drive around their car all the time, but like to them, they're like, yeah, everyone's really good drivers because everyone around them is.
I would love to have a police officer on this podcast.
Yeah,
And
that
just
would-
chat with
that would be
things,
good.
things like
Dude,
that.
Last night,
One's out there.
at Ben's birthday dinner, there's a fellow wearing the same hat as me, C-Boys hat, bought it to try to win the truck. Respectable. He looked very young, like 22 or something, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I pulled Ben over the other day."
Oh, it was him.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
I knew it.
Yeah, and he's
I
like,
knew it.
but he was wearing like a sweet windbreaker and the C-Boys hat.
Oh, he's a cop?
I'm like,
Couldn't
dude,
figure out why he looked so familiar.
I'm like, you don't look like a cop at all. I'm like, does he know? He's
yes,
like,
he
I don't-
did. He had a
mustache, dude.
mustache. So does he. CJ's a
what's
cop.
happening, dude?
CJ's not a cop.
Oh, well, he's got a mustache.
know.
Bro,
Are you
that
pretending?
makes so much sense
Yeah, so
because
I go-
that guy. Okay, yeah. Carry on.
I just was like, all right, well, your secret's safe with me, bro. And he's like, well, I mean, I
not
mean,
really a
I didn't.
secret.
Look
And
at
then
my
he's
career.
also like, I didn't.
And your
ticket
secret's
him, so
not
I'm like,
safe.
all right,
Wait,
Just said right here.
yeah.
I
But-
told you guys about this.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
hear about it.
I said I got pulled over on my way here. I think I was coming here. I can't remember
In
what I was
what?
doing. My Raptor. I pass him, whips around, pulls me over, and I was like,
Shitting bricks.
I wasn't speeding. I wasn't like doing anything. He like comes up
Slow
and was
driver.
like, "Hey,
It's
I."
crime to have red wheels.
This car's too ugly to be on the road.
He was like, I pulled you over for no front license plate.
Oh.
And I've never been stopped for that with my truck.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it makes sense. He was like, oh, didn't you used to have like a license plate like in your windshield? Which I did a while ago.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, yeah, I did, but it got like annoying, so I took it out because it would like rattle. And I was like, how did he know that?
Or maybe he'd seen you around town.
Maybe. And then he came up and then he like said something, but he like kind of smirked.
Last night,
Almost like
yeah.
holding back like a smile, like he like knew me. And then
I
he
think
like
he was. Yeah, he's waiting
just
for
like
you to
kind of
recognize.
walked away. No, not last night. When he
Oh.
was like giving me a ticket, and I was like, that was it was a little different of an encounter that I've had getting pulled over. I was like, I wonder if that guy was like a fan. And I was like, there's no way. And then it just kind of went on. And then I saw him last night. I was like, why does that guy look so familiar? Also, what's up with his mustache? And I looked over at CJ, and then I got nervous.
Oh, are they in
I'm
cahoots?
working with them.
He's undercover. CJ goes undercover.
I'm trying to get you more speeding tickets, Ben. That way you can't hold mine over me.
No,
Yeah.
CJ's trying to get out of tickets, dude. They'll pull him over and they'll go, oh,
Oh, brother.
a fellow brother.
Oh, yeah, undercover. You're good to go.
You're like Paul Walker, dude, in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, he walks up,
Real
and
deep.
CJ's like
Combing
combing
it.
his.
I need to get some.
Oh, hello, officer. I didn't see you there.
I need to get some just for men and like dye it so it's more noticeable.
Dude,
right
yesterday
now it's
we were
just all
sit-
blonde.
you were
Can't see
sitting
it
over
unless you're in
there
the
and-
right light. I don't even know if these guys can see it.
Yeah, you gotta catch it with.
It
the,
is tough to see. but
definitely
It's
with
there.
the right light.
When
I'm
you
not
were-
sure if they can even see it.
When
at
you were
home.
sitting over there, dude, there was stuff in the way, and I was like, what's on that guy's face? I realized there was a little caterpillar
what
coming
the
in.
hell is going on with that guy's?
I like it,
upper
though.
lip?
What caused you to be like, I'm going mustache?
I just didn't shave for like a week, and then I was shaving, and my mustache was like the last thing I was gonna shave, and I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it.
I love that.
Feeling risque.
Yeah,
I've done it a couple
and
times
that
where
was
I've
that.
left it, and then I just go, no. Sometimes I'll even walk over and show Alondra. I'll go, look. And she'll go, oh, wow, looks good.
Really?
You know, she'll give me like a nice compliment. She won't be mean, but I can kind of tell deep down she's probably like, you should get rid of that.
Really, yeah.
She did ask me the other day. She goes, I wonder what you look like with just a mustache.
Maybe like a Hulk Hogan type of like handlebars.
Oh, yeah, I could
you
go
could
all the
do
way
that.
down.
I mean,
Yes.
Well, I was hoping that like I was gonna get like a late in life growth spurt one, and then a late in life like my facial hair was gonna start coming in.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, you did just turn 25 yesterday, so I mean, I'd imagine puberty should be right around the corner.
So I shouldn't give up.
No, I don't know. That's what
it's gonna happen,
Dude,
man. They say 26 is when it happens.
Okay.
I couldn't
Once
do
you
this.
find the
Anytime
hits.
25 to
I
26.
couldn't do this until I was like 25. So like the fact that I'd say yes, give up now.
Usually,
like
I
Mike.
had,
Really?
I had hope.
Oh.
Yeah,
it starts like migrating from your head down to your face. So
it's a great
like the hair
migration.
follicles, they migrate down from your head to your face the older you get.
Really?
Yeah.
They migrate.
Like birds?
They go south.
Yeah, they go south. Like
Yeah,
does
they
it
just-
follow
they just
like
don't
a
go
weather
back
pattern.
north.
Yeah, they don't go back north.
Well, me and CJ going bald.
We are. I'm
guys-
probably gonna shave my mustache before this, though.
I think
I
you
just
should
feel like I
leave the
can't be
mustache.
bald and have a mustache.
Oh, I think
I think you could.
I think you guys need to give a little context here.
I don't know,
because
do
when
we
you
do
said
this,
we're
or-
going.
I
you
think
said
we'll just explain it in the video.
No,
Yeah.
that's fine. But you said we're going bald. Most people are going to take that as a well. Yeah, no shit. I know
Well,
CJ
yeah,
is,
no
but
shit, CJ's
Yeah.
going bald. Yeah,
it's news to me
true.
that Ben is.
It's true.
it'll make more
Yeah.
sense in a video.
I'm wondering though, like, so we're gonna go bald here, right? And we're like halfway through filming some of these videos because
Oh,
it
yeah.
takes so long to
Yeah.
film these videos.
Right.
That people don't seem to understand, but with the, things are getting built, and we're in this process. It's just gonna go from like we're not gonna have this segment in between these other segments. So like it'll be us talking to the camera like this, that, whatever. And then next shot is like
Next shot
hands
is
up,
us
just
bald.
both of us
People are gonna be like, "Whoa!"
looking like Dr. Phil.
Well, it's gonna be me, you, and Gavin. So
I know they're gonna mistake us three.
right?
Yeah.
like-
Dude, you wear hats enough where I think nobody's really gonna
I
notice
think you'll
it.
be able to tell though with the
Yeah.
side and like the front, but who knows?
Ben's,
maybe
Ben's
it'll
definitely gonna be the most noticeable
look.
with like chopping that mullet off.
Yeah, you went from mullet to bald, dude. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen very often.
the only
Unless
thing I'm
you're
worried
worried
about
about
is how long
when
it's
start
going to
throwing
take
chairs.
to grow back.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's going to be quite the journey just to get back to a normal hairstyle. It's just going
Yeah,
to be
you're gonna be a
like,
warrior, brother.
It's gonna be fun. It's fun to see. But I love that you brought that point up. Like whenever we are filming a video over time, and just anything could happen. Like halfway through like a build, you could have like a broken arm or
Yeah.
something.
That
that's a
happened
bad
with you and your
example,
knee
but-
or something like
yeah,
that. I
it's
remember.
like someone's all bandaged up or something, or halfway through the video, Ken only has one eye.
It's going to be like jumping, from us bald to like now we got hair, and then it's like going back, we're bald again. It's like, God damn, these guys grow their hair quick. But
We should go get wigs for you guys.
Oh, there
You guys
we
should like
go.
try out a new hairstyle.
I'd go red. I saw
Really?
Sexy Red's wig. That shit looked unbelievable.
Yeah, you
Oh,
should just
that's-
get a weave.
That's a wig.
Dude, yeah. She's got like a number 2 haircut.
Look it up.
No, I'm not kidding you. It looked like it was coming out of her scalp and everything. It looked like unbelievable
Yeah,
how
it's
much it
great.
looked real.
One time we were at this concert. We actually opened up the podcast talking about when we met Sean Kingston. It was the same
Yeah.
night that we met Sean Kingston.
It's not real. Isn't that
gosh,
crazy?
sexy.
And it even looks like they have the hair sprout. There it is. Oh,
You're the one where she's taking it off, where she's
There
pulling
it
off
is.
the
well,
wig.
she just had it on her story the other day, like putting it on and then off, and it was crazy.
CJ's dream girl right there. Sorry, Alex.
I do want to say that Siege, you a lot of times will be ahead of the curve on a trend, and I think you really led the charge into Sexy Red being like everybody loves Sexy Red now, and I think you were slightly ahead of the curve on that.
I appreciate those kind words, Ryan, but I don't think I think she's just been crushing it. She was destined for stardom.
100%. But I think you recognized that a little bit earlier than everybody else. I don't think you led the charge of her coming into stardom.
I was like, damn.
I don't think he was necessarily like, this woman is, gonna be like something special. He was just like, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen.
I'd say I was both.
But she was special too.
Right.
But yeah, and she makes good music. So, I mean, what's not to love?
I mean, even walking
What's not
around
to love?
NASCAR, dude, people out there are listening to Sexy Red.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They love
I mean,
Sexy Red.
she's just possibly the biggest artist right now.
She's transforming, uniting cultures.
Yeah, there's some people in this room that still don't get it.
You looking at me or Mike?
Both of you.
I get it.
I don't get it.
What's not it?
Just the amount of hype. That's all. That I should say.
You
Specifically.
can't tell me that you don't put on Get It Sexy and you don't just
I've
immediately
never-
start
little
feeling it.
something.
I've never fed a Sexy Red through my phone. Saw
Oh,
a Sexy
wow.
Red song.
Maybe that's why you haven't experienced it yet.
Hey,
I am not quite to the level that CJ is, but I get sexy.
is
you
there
put
any-
it on in the Tesla when you're driving home sometimes?
No, I usually do podcasts, but
He does Ben Shapiro podcast. Is there any way to pull up how many times CJ's played Get It Sexy?
Let's just, assume thousands.
Yeah.
I'd say in the thousands for that one song, Get It Sexy.
Just this year.
It's a banger, dude.
It is a banger.
I mean, the woman's rap scene, I wasn't too keen to it at first, but it is getting better and better. Like, they are evolving. And if you go to, like, Rap Caviar, like, half of them are women's rappers now, which in theory, there really was never a lot of them up until this time.
Remember how much Ken used to hate Bad Baby?
I still don't like Bad Baby.
Really?
Remember when we played Gucci Flip Flops?
I always thought that
turn this off.
I always thought that Jake Sherbrooke and Bad Baby would have been a good combo back when he was going by Bangin' and Bad Baby.
Ooh.
Like that's a couple.
What's your beef with Bad Baby?
I just don't think her music's good. I think it's trash.
I don't know if she really had that good of music.
Gucci
back in the
Flip
day.
Flops was a banger, and we know bangers.
Yeah, and I know bangers.
It's tough because like nowadays I don't even think your lyrics matter that much. It's more so just the beat being good and then the way that you like melody your voice to it.
Yep.
And like how it sounds to it, not even necessarily what you're saying.
Yeah, if you really listen to lyrics.
Yeah, it was like
they
sexy
ain't that
red
good.
to a T.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually.
it just sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I'll agree. It's
Well-
just different time for music.
It's evolving time. Power to the women. We went to NASCAR last weekend.
Talladega.
We talked about it in the last podcast. We were fired up for NASCAR. Evan wasn't.
Super lit.
Probably top 5 coolest things that we've gotten to do since like starting C-Boys.
Yeah, 100%. Guys tend to think that looking sharp means wearing uncomfortable clothes, but Mack Weldon makes timeless apparel with modern performance fabrics for guys who want to look sharp and feel sharp without sacrificing comfort. I got the Ace sweatpants. They're literally my favorite. I'm wearing them right now, actually. I love them because they don't look like you're wearing crappy, baggy sweatpants and it's the first time you've left the house all day, but yet they're still ridiculously comfortable. I also ordered a bushel of new underwear, which you guys just have to experience for yourself. They're the best. Mack Weldon clothes are designed to fit your style and the demands of your life. They look like regular clothes, but they feel super comfy without looking like you just came from the gym. They're the go-to choice for guys who want to look great without even trying. If you guys are looking to elevate your wardrobe, throw a couple items from Mack Weldon in your closet, and I promise you will not regret it. Get timeless looks with modern comfort from Mack Weldon. Go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code WIDEOPEN. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code WIDEOPEN. Today's episode is sponsored by none other than Liquid IV. I seriously love Liquid IV. I'm always craving a good drink, so either I'm chugging water or something less healthy for me, like a pop or an energy drink. So Liquid IV is perfect because I can get something tasty to drink with no artificial sweeteners and zero sugar. And it also has 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. It's perfect to take on the go as well because you can just pull a water bottle out of the cooler and mix in one of the packets. I love that Liquid IV not only tastes great with no sugar, but also hydrates better than water alone with 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. And I'm sure you guys have had Liquid IV, and if you haven't, you're about to have your life changed during a morning recovery. And we've got a 20% off code for you guys, and you're not going to get that anywhere else. So just order it from us, support the show, and be hydrated. However you hydrate, grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier, sugar-free, in bulk, nationwide at Costco, or get 20% off your first order when you go to liquidiv.com and use code WIDEOPEN at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code WIDEOPEN at liquidiv.com.
Such a good time.
And I love to see that Evan came around to it too.
At the end, yeah.
At the end.
Yeah, even he
He's
was
always
enjoying
such
it.
a, what would be the word? Hater? I don't want to say hater, but he's like, he's hard to like get him to go on to a trend or a train or whatever. But he did come around to it on the last day. He was like, all right, this is pretty sick.
Just gotta bully him
I'm
enough, and
having
then he'll
fun.
warm up to things. But
I've just been so enjoying lately, like all the experiences that he's gotten to undergo, and he just doesn't know, like, I don't know who that, we're all like tripping, like, whoa, did you see we just got to rub elbows with so and so, and
Alvin Kamara, the running back
Yeah.
for the Saints. He's like, who? What's that?
Yeah, I didn't know who that was either. So I kind of felt how he felt, but like we're meeting all kinds of people all over the country, and he's just like, you guys got any teas?
I
would
like
say
that about him.
yeah,
Though. He's like
it's
so
fun.
He's
so
just chilling. He doesn't even
chilling.
know who they are, and he doesn't even care, which is cool. I would say it was like one of the coolest like luxury
Or special treatment,
like
type of
special treatments sometimes when you are in like this position. That's what I would say it was. Like, it was definitely like, because we normally don't get to like experience or where they're, hey, like, we're going to have this person's picking you guys up. They're driving you here, and then they're going to take you in the golf cart, and you get to go and meet behind the lines and meet the drivers. And then we got these RVs set up, and you're like in this like hangout area with a bunch of other, I don't know what you want to call them, celebrities.
Just groups of
It
was a very interesting
creators. Yeah. So we like we're at this spot, and we got Alvin Kamara, who's like the running back for the Saints, hanging there. Then you got the Barstool crowd. So you had Brianna Chicken Fry, and then her friend Grace, and like some other Barstool people there. It's not necessarily like I don't necessarily watch them, but the whole time they're just like TikToking.
They were TikToking.
They were TikToking the whole
TikTokers are
time.
gonna TikTok. I swear. Every time I'm
Ben
around
was like,
one.
God, these guys are just TikToking. The whole time. I go, that was maybe the oldest statement I've ever heard you say. They just never stopped TikToking.
They didn't the whole time.
And like we just would be in the background.
We aren't TikTokers.
Nonchalantly,
dude.
like I'd be chilling. Next thing I know, I'm in the background of a TikTok
That's going up 2
and
million
it goes
people.
up. It goes up right that moment. It's just that style of making content, but just like throw it up and you
Let
do
it ride.
one
Run and
take,
gun.
and if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Either way, it's getting posted. And
Pretty scary.
yeah, and so that was interesting to like see and be a part of. But it was funny because now, like for instance, I was in the background of a couple of them, and like all of these girls that I haven't talked to since high school. I was friends with them, whatever, but they're like sending it like, "Do you see her in the background?" This like apparently this girl goes a long ways with the woman community, because then like I know like your girlfriend was like pumped that we were there like with them.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, like
commented
these girls got some serious
they pull weight, dude.
like weight in, it's not really we didn't know, but very influential.
No, it is always cool to see like
So it was cool.
different people that we get to meet, and then
'Cause
like we have some
not
friends
our
that are,
crowd
like,
at all.
biggest fans of them, and they're like, what were they like? What did you talk to them? Like Greta, I texted Greta and was like, hey, Brianna Chicken Fry is here, and she was like, oh my god, please send me a picture with her. And I was like, oh god, I really don't want to ask her for a photo. And Greta was like, just get a picture with her. And she was in there, and our friend Jeff, who we brought with, was like kind of like fanboying, and we were like, yo, you gotta just chill out, Jeff. And then he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Yo, can I get a picture? And I was like, God. Yo, can I get a picture too? My girlfriend's a huge fan.
Dude,
like,
you know
I'm
what you
officially
hit her
that
with?
guy.
I was thinking about this when you said that. People will walk up to us and they'll go, "Hey, man, my little brother's a big fan."
Well,
and it always the
that-
same thing. I go,
Yeah, but it'd be like a girl coming up to us
And
and
say,
be
"My
like, "Hey, my
boyfriend."
boyfriend's a huge fan."
"That's true."
I looked at it more like that.
It's a
Yeah,
little
no, you're
better
right.
though when you're in like that VIP. It sounds so corny to say, but when you're in like the VIP section, like the whole point of like secluding off those people is that way they're not getting bombarded by fans and pictures.
Yeah.
And then when you're like supposed to be in the same category and you're just like, hey, could I get and you're fanboy, and that's probably why you didn't want to do that.
Exactly.
And kind of
It's
why
good
we were like,
explanation.
we were telling Jiff, we're like, you got to give it a little bit of time, let everyone settle in here,
Yeah.
But it was so fun having Jeff with, which you guys will
That's a
see in the
riot.
video. He's just one of our friends. He's never really been in YouTube videos with us, but he is the most outgoing, positive, electric, lovable person I know. He is so lovable, and he is the life of the party. Like, I've never met a single person that doesn't like him, and he makes friends like that. Instantly.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And he's just genuine, whatever. So, of course, by the end of that, he was like the superstar in the VIP area. And
He's
like
dancing on the
danced
table.
every
in
table.
the VIP.
Everybody
It was
loved
like, where's
him.
Jeff?
Everybody
Look
loved
for a
him.
table.
Look
He's dancing
up.
on
Yeah,
it.
look up.
And it was so much more fun having him there with us because his excitement rubbed off more. I was excited, but his excitement rubbed off more on me and made me really excited about it. Like
Exactly,
even more excited, and like just like, I don't know, it just made it more fun, you know,
dude,
because
he's like the sunshine, dude. You like feel it radiate on you, makes you excited.
You guys are gonna love the video. I don't know when that will come out because we literally have so many segments filmed, but like you're gonna love it seeing
He was
seeing him
like
in.
living like a rock star. When he's a lot of elevated surfaces, he's dancing on the table.
And he'd find him
And
if
we
there
were-
wasn't many.
And like anyone who I guess dances like that knows how much energy it takes, and he was just going and going. He
never ran out.
He's like the freaking Energizer Bunny, dude.
yeah,
He's
he's
just
impressive.
I was
does not
filming
stop.
him, and we're all like cheering him on. Like it was pretty electric. And this gal comes up and goes, "Who is he?" And I'm like, "What?" And
As
she's
Mike's
like,
filming him,
yeah, I'm
to
like,
the big camera.
I'm like, my buddy Jeff. And she's like, "Yeah, but like, who is he?" And then I'm like,
Should have been like, he's famous.
well, I
He's
didn't know
him,
what she was
dude.
getting at. I'm just like, I don't know, dude. He's just crazy. He just dances. And then she's just like, is he famous? And then I was like, oh, no, he's not famous. And then she's like, he sure looks like it. And I'm like, he really does. He
Yeah,
really does.
it was funny though, because the NASCAR workers and like marketing team that would be like kind of taking us around, I think it was on the last day, one of the girls like asked something about Jiff, and I was like, oh no, like he's not like in the videos or anything. He's just our friend. Like we just hang out all the time. Oh, wait, so he's not like famous or anything? And I was like,
Nope.
No, he's just a good guy.
Just
And
born
then
to be
I
good.
do construction. Yeah, and she was just like, wow. And like, I'm not kidding you. I think the Barstool workers were like, they were taking videos. I think they were like sending them back. Like, we need to hire this guy.
Yeah, we gotta get this guy a
They
job,
hire
dude.
people like that and like, make little shows out of them, like side things, like just like Brandon Chicken Fry, for instance.
You think you could do a roofing,
Bro, he could-
construction barstool
for
segment?
sure. Yeah, with
dude,
Jeff,
I
you
think
could
we
do
could
anything
Jeff
with
there,
Jeff.
dude.
He could
Yeah.
take over the construction side.
They
of
were just like,
Barstool.
you guys should hire him. And I was like, yeah, honestly, we should.
Well, Jeff would just be like, he could even be like a behind the scenes hype man.
Just take him with us everywhere.
you just
And
come and
just
just hang out, just bump up the energy.
Let him
bump
do
up
the
vibes.
talking.
Yeah, no, he would just like fire us up, like
He'd
he's
end
like
up being the
screaming in
main
your face.
character.
And then
He'd end up just being the main character, and then we'd have to change the channel to Jeff.
Jeff,
That'd be the name.
Jeff Boys
It'd just be
TV.
Jeff.
Jeff TV.
Dude, I was,
That
I
actually
was
kind of
definitely
goes hard.
Jeff.
getting a kick out of the this party scene afterwards, like the fuck Kyle Busch guy, the really big fat guy. And dude, people were just like, they're just on some different energy. And like some guy comes up to me with a microphone, he's like, how you doing? Or how you doing? And then he like puts it to me, I'm like, good, how you doing? And he's like, I'm doing pretty good. Back to me, I'm like, what? Why you got a microphone? And I'm like, that's not even connected. He's just like, one up, brother. And then walks away
Yeah,
and interviews
man on
someone
the
else.
street
I'm like,
interview.
that's kind of fun.
It was fun. It was like a different type of party scene. It was interesting because it was like wild, but then there's like a family with like two young kids there, and they're
Yeah.
like riding their trike, and then you got like I
And
don't
you also
know.
have middle-aged women drinking, riding large trikes.
Well, yeah, what?
The
Dude,
trike gang.
I laughed so hard. I posted that on my story, and somebody just responds, "These middle-aged women doing anything they can to not lift a weight."
Yeah,
Like that's their form of working out.
those are
Dude,
some
those
badass
things-
trikes. I would
Those
have
were,
liked
dude.
one
They
of
had
those.
LEDs and shit.
Those are probably harder to ride than walking, to be honest. Because
Oh,
getting
yeah,
them
dude, for
started,
sure.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
get that momentum.
No, what
Yeah.
I liked about NASCAR is it's this like crossover between two cultures. You've got dudes that are sitting there in like very expensive RVs, like $1 million in an RV. They got a trailer. They got their freaking F450 Platinums pulling it.
Yep.
And then right next to them, you have some dudes that bought a Winnebago for $1,000 off of Craigslist, or maybe just had it in their back 40 and just aired
Towed
up
it
the
over
tires and put some seafoam in the gas
Yep.
tank and drove it there.
Yep.
And they're right next to each other, sharing beers, having fun.
Yeah.
Like it's such a good crossover of culture. Like everybody's just there to have fun.
There really was the extreme of both ends
Of everything.
Like you
dude.
had like a standard redneck, and you had like a wealthy businessman,
Yeah.
and everyone was having a blast though. Everyone was just getting down, having fun.
Man.
I would like to make that a tradition, even if like NASCAR doesn't
Won't
give
have
us the
us back.
special treatment again. I don't even care. I would go just to even sit in the general admission. It was so fun.
So fun.
And it's like, it's so easy to downplay it. Like, oh, all they're doing is just going in a big circle, turning. It is not, dude. It is just, I don't know. It's just amazing.
It's one of
The
those.
feeling.
It's one of those things that you have to experience in person to like feel it, because it's
Yeah.
like it sounds insane when they come by. It's like nothing you've ever heard before, and then you feel it like in your chest.
It gave me like this weird energy. Like when they would rip by in their pack, there's like this energy that would like come off into you. And like every single time, it was weird. Like it gave me like a tingling sensation inside my body.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
That was like by far my favorite part.
Yes,
Yeah,
you got that too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
It was
I
like
mean-
I couldn't figure it out though. It was when we were super close.
Yeah, I mean,
mean-
they're coming by at 200 miles per hour.
Yeah.
They're like
There was
190.
something about them all being together
That's
so
crazy.
close, and I don't know. It was just
But like the
And
fact,
like
cooler
you could
things I've
hop
seen.
theoretically, if it was legal, you could hop in your car and floor it and drive home.
the
And
GTRs.
that's what I mean.
It goes 200 mile an hour.
It does, but like you could drive really aggressively, go faster than a normal person may ever in their entire life, and you'd be like, nice, and you could sit down on the couch, watch TV, and fall asleep. Like we're pretty.
Yeah,
we're
no,
a
for
little
sure.
like calloused
sure.
to adrenaline and stuff like that. You could take the shifter car out, do a bunch of burnouts, but that type of energy was just different.
Yeah, no, I just think that cars were like, there was something about them all being together. There was just like literally like an energy coming off of like the pack when you were that close. And I could not figure out what it was. Like it was interesting. Like every single time it was just,
You know what it was? America.
Yeah.
It was just it was
was
just
fun.
American
Sick,
pride
dude.
right
that
there.
is
it was
truly,
fucking sick.
like they were saying how every track's different, every vibe is different, but that's what brings people back, dude. That feeling of all the cars.
Yeah.
You know what also was the nice little cherry on top for me was when my guy won me $700. So we did bets.
Oh.
Everyone took a person. And I won $700. So not only did I get to go there for free and have a blast, but I walked out $700 in my pocket.
Yeah, must have been nice.
Did I pay you for that? I think I gave you cash.
I don't know.
I think
I was
I don't
pretty
remember-
tuned up.
I don't
and,
remember
I
either.
just collected a few $100 from everyone, got some Venmos, and I was just
Just
packed
good to
up
go.
and was just happy as a clam.
Dude, it was just like such a classic NASCAR experience too, of like and then crash at the very end.
Dude.
Yeah.
I know.
Like such a gnarly pileup where like a guy went across the finish line on
On
his
his
driver's side door. He was riding the wall and
At
we were
100
just-
miles an hour.
We're just watching it like, oh my god, this is insane. Michael Jordan's team won. We saw
Yeah.
Michael Jordan. We
Yeah,
were
we
like
saw
10 feet
Michael
away from
Jordan.
Michael
That was
Jordan. That was the
crazy.
sickest thing.
Yeah, that was so sick.
So I think a lot of I just saw the finish of the last NASCAR race, the most previous one that just happened. It was a 3-way finish, like neck and neck, like all within like a tenth of a second. And I think that does come down to the fact that they made all the motors the same,
Yeah.
and stuff. So like
They have to be.
Yeah, it is kind of lame, but in general, like the finishes should be a lot better because it's all
Spectacular.
built off of drafting and whatnot. So the finishes of that was crazy.
It basically boils down to strategy. I mean, we talked with the crew. Like all the drivers are relatively the same skill, and they said that there was an exceptional top tier, maybe like 4 or 5 that are like just naturally better for
for
whatever.
whatever they've got.
But ultimately, it boils down to strategy and just luck and how the car performs that day, and
Yeah.
They're
it's
also
a game
talking-
plan.
We got to meet Noah Grogson. He got third, which
Yeah.
is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
dude, that was
It was sick.
electric.
Got
Like
to
we were
tour his
hanging with
hauler.
him before, and he was
he
chilling.
was just chilling.
And then he goes out there and he was at the top 3, and I was
He's
just
chilling.
like, "This is so sick."
I was more stressed out before Cletus's race. He's sitting there in his trailer talking
hanging.
with us jabronis.
I was more
popping
stressed out
zins.
for him,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Me too. And he like raced it in like 2 hours. He's
I know.
just chilling.
Yeah, I was like, do they gotta like get in the zone? Asking the guy who was kind of
Yeah,
like
like, should we
chauffeuring
get
us
out of here?
around, and it was cool though because I think he knew who we were.
Yeah.
Like he had seen the videos and
Signed
then,
a sword.
and then we signed a sword, or just collectively CboysTV
Samurai.
signed the samurai sword he had in there, and
It was so sick.
Also,
cool.
So fired up.
I think Minnesota nice is a thing, right? People say we're the nicest up in the Midwest. I'd argue that the South is nicer.
I think them people were sweeter than an Alabama sweet tea.
Exactly.
No, I really did. I
Like
really
I mean, even
enjoyed
the people in the Buc-ee's.
Alabama.
It's freaking
Oh,
2 a.m.
Yeah, man.
and
That was amazing.
We're causing a ruckus in this Buc-ee's, which is the size of a freaking Walmart.
Dude, can we talk about that?
Yes, we have to.
yeah,
But
Buc-ee's
they're-
is crazy.
But they're
What
like,
is up
hey,
with
honey,
that?
how you doing tonight? And like they're chipper.
Bro,
you walk
yeah.
into a holiday around here, and the guy looks like he might stab you.
Yeah.
You know, like they're
they
better
were
down there.
they were like a serious like they took a lot of pride in their that place is like a mall.
Yeah,
It was
it
like
was
it was
successful.
like a mall of the gas stations. Like you could probably buy new furniture for your living room in there.
100%.
Like,
At least
they had
there's seats for
everything.
your truck.
They had
How
everything.
many gas pumps do you think they had?
69.
100?
Had to be
Yeah.
at least 100.
So we're pretty larried up, and we're on our way home.
It had been a long day.
We pull into this gas station, thinking that's just a normal gas station. Look out the window, and there's like gas pumps for as far as you can see, both directions. Like
120.
120
Holy
gas pumps.
crap.
Yep.
The way our jaws were on the floor
Dude, it was
when we
amazing.
pulled up,
I was walking
dude.
around just like, did you guys go in the bathroom?
No.
No.
Okay, I took a video of the bathroom. Let me just show you guys this. Like,
Whoa.
look at this.
Just huge.
Oh, damn, that was really
It's a
bad.
truck stop.
But
You'd
it's like,
like to
it's
take a
like
shit
it's
and-
like this on both sides.
Whoa.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. The place was huge. Should I show?
And then me and Evan were wrestling,
Yeah,
and the woman.
was
Is
like
that
the
what you were
referee.
showing?
Well, I was gonna just show. I'm sure Evan wouldn't mind, but he was having a really good time by the time we got to Buc-ee's. And
Yeah, someone overserved him.
I think he overserved himself.
Let me preface this. So I've been sober for the last 4 months. I haven't drank since December 31st, and at NASCAR, yeah, obviously
It's gonna get peer pressure.
it's
too.
very difficult, very difficult. And I like went into the weekend like I'm just not gonna drink because I feel so bad after it, and I just couldn't help myself. So I got back on the liquor at NASCAR, and holy crap, was it a good time. Definitely felt like shit the next couple days, even more hungover than normal, but didn't regret a second of it. It was like one of those things. I wondered if I went sober for that long, like the next time that I drank, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. It's just like it wasn't as fun as I remember it to be. Bro, it was way more fun.
That was more fun.
It was more fun than I remember.
It would have been nice to just be like, oh yeah, it wasn't that good. I'm good for a while now, but
Okay, so I don't know. We might have to shuffle through some of this just because I haven't watched it back, and it might be some of it just might be flat out nonsense. God, I hope this is funny.
at least the end of it will be. If we
There's
watch the
nothing
whole,
worse than just
Watching
showing
something
someone
back.
a video you think's gonna be funny and then it's not funny.
Oh, so that's
It was
worse.
extremely funny in the moment.
Yeah, it was funny.
I took a video of us celebrating at the very end of the race, like on my phone.
Unable to connect.
I thought I got the crash in there. I thought I got everyone celebrating, and I turned to Matilda and I go, I just recorded the best video I've ever taken in my life. And I watch it back with her, and we both are just silent afterwards.
I
and she
hate
goes,
that.
yep, that sucked. Because it was so bad. Like,
Okay, the good
whole
news
thing
is
was out blurry.
I was filming on the vlog camera, and I literally didn't get to see the crash with my real eyes because I was
Oh,
getting a
thank
shot
God.
of you guys.
Let's go.
And I was like, it was such just like a moment because I was like, dang, that was the most insane finish ever. And I didn't see it, but I did get a video of my best friends cheering their asses off.
Real, yeah.
if it makes
it
you
was
feel
worth
any
it.
better, I don't think I saw the crash with my eyes either. It just everybody was screaming and like it kind of I could see some
blacked out.
smoke down there, and then I just started screaming too.
It happened so
So
fast.
fast.
It was like I was trying to watch and I couldn't. And
My
Oh my goodness, I can already tell this is gonna be rough.
okay, so Ben was like roughing up Evan here.
What? Where's Justin? You don't have Justin.
Just
Ben touched my dick. Ben touched my dick.
so for reference here, Evan thought that Justin was HR.
Oh, Justin.
Justin's not going to help you here, Evan.
I think he's on my side. Then I find out Ben changed off.
So Evan was so larried up that he thought that we actually had HR here at CboysTV,
Well,
and Justin was in charge of it. But he's the merchandise manager. He is not HR, but he would be a good HR guy probably. So we get in this bitch.
Look at it! Look how big it is!
Gas station in the world.
unbelievable.
Everyone who
Dude, we got to go back to
And they actually make Buc-ee's bigger than
Ken's
this.
already finding himself around. What do you got there, Ken?
Fresh food,
Brisket sandwich.
Hey, man.
fresh food too.
all at one, it was like 1 in, almost 2.
I gotta find Evan here.
There was furniture.
Yep.
My golly!
Yep, they're selling furniture. Here comes Ben and Evan. And Jeff, I'm like, uh-oh, better get over here.
You guys found your way here, too?
I didn't realize Chase and Haley were gonna be here.
Ed, how you doing?
Look at this guy. He was a shell of a human being.
Oh my good! Oh my
So Ben
goodness!
starts choking him again, beating him up.
Did you see? If I fought back, I'd get fired.
We went wide angle here.
I thought maybe video. This might go in the
Look at
YouTube
it,
vid.
she's smiling.
It definitely should.
Attack!
Tap out. 1, 2. I never tap out.
This dude over here didn't know what to think.
He's like, "Are we cool?" And he's like, "I think we're cool."
Evan, what's wrong with you? That was so inappropriate.
Goes back to paying. Then you're chasing them around out here.
Dude, Ben's noggin did almost get bonked on this pole.
Evan couldn't believe how much it cost him. It cost. Sorry.
If his head would have got bonked, I mean, he was smacking that $13 sandwich out of Evan's hands.
Dropped about half that sandwich on the
It
ground
was
out
sad. It
there.
was a sad sight.
Dude, I don't know what got it. Actually, I do know what got into me about 14 high noons.
Look at that run, dude. I just can't explain how you go from standing in a field all day. You haven't seen like a real bathroom. And then you just think you're stopping at a gas station. You pull up and the thing is 40,000 square feet. It was the craziest experience ever.
Anyone who's been to a Buc-ee's listening to this is like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
that's
obviously
Buc-ee's.
it's
But
Buc-ee's.
anyone who hasn't been to a Buc-ee's listening to this should just
It's
try to
actually an
get to a
experience.
Buc-ee's.
It's an experience for
Yeah.
sure.
Dude,
and
shout
Buc-ee's
out
sponsor
Buc-ee's.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Evan was pretty torn up when we got back to the hotel room about the whole wrestling incident. He's like, dude, Ben doesn't understand that. This applies for most people, but he's like, where I come from, when you want to wrestle, if you put me in a headlock, that means we fight until someone taps out.
Well, that was it was a very light headlock. It was more of just like a bear crawl onto him.
Right. One of them, of the 5 that were put down on him. But he's like, dude, I so badly wanted to, put him in his place. But
Wanted to
I
kill
didn't
him.
want to, get arrested at Buc-ee's. So I just played dead. That's what he's doing.
Gets arrested.
Evan does.
Evan fights. Evan fights back.
Yeah,
takes Ben
exactly.
down once. Ben calls the cops. I'm
There
calling
were-
the cops.
Cops were in the parking lot.
They
were,
roll
they
up. Evan
called
gets
them.
taken away after 7 takedowns on him. It's like, fucking A. He'd be so mad. All right, what else we
Good
got?
times at NASCAR.
What else we got? So we're not just talking NASCAR.
So have you guys ever sold anything on eBay?
Okay.
It's,
Yes,
it's
I have.
kind of funny. You have?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's cool. I've never sold anything on eBay. eBay's been around forever. So I'm like, well, I'm going to sell some exhaust that I have from one of the dirt bikes. Brand new, throw it up on there. Don't want to haggle around. Don't want it to sit up there forever. So I look
One
at
gear sold.
everything. Everyone else is selling it for around $200. I'm going to sell it for $125, shipping included. I want
Race to
this
the
thing
bottom.
gone. Put it up. And then it sells like right away. I'm like, okay, maybe it went
Sick.
too low on the price. Maybe didn't need to include shipping. Homie from Puerto Rico buys it.
No.
And I'm like,
No.
oh, why did I do free shipping? Why did
No.
I? And then I go to the UPS store to ship it. And, they're like,
And the UPS store, we got Ken back here.
well, I know. It was tough because a couple days had gone by. And I'm like, well, I
gotta
forget
get
that
this
also,
shit
yeah,
done.
you can't just ship it out when you want. Like, when it says 5 to 7 days, you should honor that. So I go to the UPS store and they're like, oh yeah, Puerto Rico, dang, yeah, it's a pretty heavy item, $247.
Oh,
to ship
How much
it.
did you sell it
And
for?
so then I didn't do that, but then I went to the USPS store. So I sold it for $125. eBay takes like $25 of that.
Of course.
And then it was $106 to ship. And you know what? And I mostly just went through with it.
Paid money.
He
Yeah.
paid money for a
To
nice
get rid
Puerto
of-
Rican man.
So yeah,
to get
I
this
thought 2 things.
exhaust.
I'm like, one, I can't.
Why didn't you just cancel it? You can
Because-
cancel it.
I know.
He didn't want to ruin his seller
I
rating.
didn't want to ruin my seller
You can
rating.
make a new account.
I also knew that too. I was like, I know I'm one sale and I could just make a new account. But instead I was like, I'll pay $6 to keep my seller rating up, keep this account.
Bro,
Dude,
Yeah,
Mike's
I-
going to go to
for
Puerto
this-
Rico and figure out
All
where this
that
guy
time
lives.
you took too.
For the
This
one
is
other
why
thing you're probably
it
going to
was-
sell on eBay in the next 10 years, but
I mean, not true. It was a bad experience, but like I definitely want to do more of it. But also because it was actually really easy.
this is
But-
why Mike doesn't sell things.
But yeah,
This is why you're a hoarder.
The-
Honestly,
pays to sell them.
So-
he loses the item and he pays them to take it.
does eBay take like less of a fee when you like start to sell more stuff?
No, I
Because-
remember that. I was very disappointed.
20
I sold some wakeboarding.
No, I know, but
bindings.
you were never a selling thousands of items seller.
No,
So
I think
maybe-
I sold
so-
a few things though.
Steve Hamilton, our friend Steve, he owns Custom Offsets. He started his business selling wheels and tires on
On
eBay.
eBay,
And that's
okay.
the only place that he sold for like a while, but they
Yeah, they do take
Yeah.
a lot. I just wonder if you're getting to the point where you're selling like, let's say, hundreds of items every month. Can they work through a little less of a percentage? Because that means if you're selling something for $1,250, it will take 250 of those dollars.
That's
a big
crazy.
chunk.
There's no way their
If the
fees that
percentage
high.
is the same.
I guess,
I'm
yeah.
just
If
saying
they keep the same.
$125, they took 25.
Wow.
So I was just like, dang, that's steep. I mean, maybe I will just stick to Facebook Marketplace, even though it was much easier than selling something on Facebook Marketplace.
You got to text that Puerto Rican guy, be like, listen, man, I paid $6 to give you this.
I know, I
Just
was
at
like,
least send me a video of it on your
Dude,
car,
just
man.
the fact you drove all the way to UPS, then you drove to USPS, you dealt with those guys when they're packaging up the
13%?
box.
13
Holy
and a quarter
crap!
percent. And then if you get over $7,500 in sales, then it drops down.
Okay.
15% on books and magazines. That's insane.
What does it drop down to after?
We should start an
Oh.
eBay. Screw all the other things we're doing. Dude.
I just got to hit $7,500.
Per item, dude.
That's what the seller.
Yeah, like, was he cool to deal with?
Oh yeah. No, he was. I mean, he didn't say much, but I do want to know if, like, okay, so if he just got the thing down to Puerto Rico because he knew he was getting a good deal on it, and then he was just gonna flip it to someone else, then that's just a bummer. But if it is on his bike, then
Isn't it
that's
just
cool.
a stock exhaust?
Yeah.
What the?
Mike, you are such an
Mike,
interesting
is
man.
that from the bike that I sold last weekend where the guy wanted the
Yeah.
exhaust?
Oh yeah, that was the other funny thing. So like, I don't get rid of much. We don't really get rid of much, and then I just I'm like, yep, I'm just gonna sell this stock exhaust. Just try
I just
my
don't.
way
I
at
just
eBay.
don't get why you would do that, because it was like
That seems like
it was
such a
like
waste of your time.
It was a company exhaust.
Yeah,
You were
but-
gonna make the company
Wait, so we paid $6 to ship the exhaust.
No. I didn't put that on the company card. No, it was a company exhaust, but here's what happens with all of our shit. Nothing. Garbage.
Yeah.
Giveaway. So I'm like, I'm going to make some money.
because it's efficient. Throwing things away.
It
is
seems like your
efficient.
time was the biggest loss in
How
this
much time did you
situation.
spend creating the listing,
I would
Then
say
going to
creating
go
the
ship
listing, 10 minutes.
and then how much time did you waste going to go ship it?
Talking with this guy.
Wasted probably 15 minutes going to UPS, and then succeeded probably another 15 to 20 minutes at USPS.
So you've got
It had to be
almost
more.
an hour into your time to lose $6.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to lose $6. You act like I planned for that.
I feel
guess
like even
next
if it
time-
would have made like 500.
Mike is like,
times worth
damn,
like
it's
that.
a pretty good deal.
No, I'm not that stupid.
So was the guy like cool at least? Like, was he excited about the stock exhaust? What did he need it for?
No, he needed
Oh, I
it
don't-
3 days before.
No, when they like when you buy something on eBay, you don't like say what you need it for. So
I didn't know if he was like, hey man, I need this exhaust for my bike.
His pickup.
He said, "When will they send my item?" And I'm like, "Hey, I apologize for sale on eBay, but shipping it out tomorrow." I said, "Exhaust." Oh yeah, just basically explained it. So then I'll send you the tracking number. They said, "Thanks for reaching out," and he said, "Calm down. Thank you very much." Why did he say calm down? Dude? And that's the only thing he ever said. I sent him the tracking number. Calm down.
It's a great experience.
I thought it was so funny. Yeah,
You gotta message him now and go, can I at least get a 5-star seller rating, please?
I should ask.
Imagine
him
he
for
gives you
one.
1 star.
That would, yeah. Then I would just delete my account. Never sell anything on eBay again.
Seller was slow and late.
It is true.
I do love that you do things like that, though, Mike. Gives us a
what
great
makes you, Mike.
Gives us a great
Yep.
podcast conversation. That's for sure.
That's
Man,
what makes you you.
It's funny that I still do want to do it more though.
I mean, eBay's been around for so long, and honestly,
Pretty
they have
dialed.
they have done a good job of evolving, and like they are slightly irrelevant, but they are evolving with the times and like sticking around. You know, like
They make a hell of a YouTube episode with us and Monster
they
Truck.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
One of the best things.
Got quite a bit of views too.
Yeah, one of the best things that they could have done was the like guaranteed fit
Fit,
thing.
yeah.
Because so many people don't buy something because they're like, well, I don't know if it fits, and I'm not trying to spend $200 and have to send it back just because it doesn't, not even made for my vehicle. I think that helps, especially like non-car people. Okay, I need this new window actuator for my car, and it says it fits. Most places do say that, but eBay is like such a wild west, so for them to,
Include that.
yeah, is nice.
Yeah, they do kind of still have that 2007 internet feel to
Yeah,
them.
Yeah, it
yeah,
does.
right.
You know, it is
nostalgic.
like
kind
when
of
you're
unpolished
scrolling
of like,
it,
damn,
it's
am I
like-
getting scammed here?
Yeah, you don't really know.
Dude.
Pictures are just never as
Evan
good.
quite hasn't migrated to Amazon, so he still buys
Oh,
everything
yeah.
off
Dude,
Evan doesn't really.
only
Evan,
uses eBay.
Evan stayed in 2007.
It's crazy.
Well, eBay kind of reminds me of like Craigslist. with the same feel, like
Craigslist
all
is
the
falling
links.
off.
Yeah, Craigslist is
They're
tough.
done, man. They,
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
You remember Craigslist misconnections or whatever, where like or men seeking women? You guys
yeah.
ever
Were those
You
legal?
know, men
I
seeking
don't.
women was tame, but the other one
misconnections?
was
I'm gonna see if I can
What was the
find
other one?
some.
Mark
Men
met
seeking
his
men.
ex-girlfriend there, didn't you? Off Craigslist?
The look on Mark's face right now.
Says it all.
He's like, don't fucking say this online.
I'm not even familiar with this. What is it?
So the premise is basically say it became popular, I think, when the internet was a little less popular. You go out to the grocery store and you see this woman and you're like, wow, she's so pretty. You lock eyes for a minute and you're like, oh, I wish I could meet her again.
No fucking
You
way.
go on misconnections, right? And then you would be like, we locked eyes in the grocery store. You were
On this
pushing
day.
a cart full of radishes.
tell 'em things you
I had
noticed.
the Oreos.
Bro, what?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you hope that they see it, and then or someone sees it that knows them or something, and then somehow puts you in.
Have you guys used it? Anyone
pretty
else
silly.
here?
Used it? No.
Laughed at it,
read,
yes.
yeah, read it and laughed at it and was entertained by it. Yes.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
There was, like,
last night we were at dinner, and we were all sitting at this table, and CJ says something about behind Justin, and Justin stands up and goes, "We should buy that," and then just locks eyes with this very tall man that's standing there, and they just both stare at each other.
It's like, you can buy me?
They stare at each other for like 3 seconds, like long enough where it's uncomfortable to look into somebody's eyes. And then he like turns around and walks away, and Justin turns around and is just like, "Oh my God, what just happened?" And then he goes, "I need to find that guy on misconnections."
Ryan, go back.
That makes sense.
Go back to misconnection.
Ken,
there.
go-
You
go-
had it up. So like there would be like listings like this: looking for guy for fun. Click that one. Looking for a guy to have some fun with today. 50s guy here. Mid 50s guy here. Like that's like the shit.
What's
I
Dale?
can't
I'm
imagine
sorry.
it's a
Just
pretty
look-
situation if you're linking up that way. Yeah, you know, it's just
These are
weird
the
shit
fun
like
ones.
that. And then there'd be like sting operations because like there's women that are basically running a prostitution business
On
through
this.
Craigslist. And then there'd be like sting operations, or the police would also go in and create their own listing and do a sting that way. So it's like they were busting both ways, and
I'd imagine.
and then even the third. And
Here's one. DoorDash driver. You brought my Indian food to my house. You smiled and had some amazing legs. If you see this, tell me your name and what color your car was.
Exactly. It's like, what are they really?
I just feel like the odds nowadays of this actually working out.
Well, there's got to be some success stories.
Beautiful
Oh, for
woman
sure.
in Cub Foods with mom. I want to meet you. Friday night at Cubs Foods in Maple Grove. I saw you in produce. I'm kicking myself for not approaching you. Let's try again this Friday night around 6:30.
Unreal.
Damn. So he's going back there with hopes of running into
Yeah.
this person.
That's
Man.
got to be more of a waste of time than losing $6 on eBay.
Yeah. I mean,
Mike's
Gotta
pretty
be.
good about it.
it's a chance for love, though, Mike.
Kenneth,
Yeah, true.
you are a
Not
beautiful
just-
black lady, and you were in line with an older white gentleman. I talked to him about if this is where you pay my real estate taxes later. I did see you looking at me.
Hold on. What was that guy's name?
Kenneth.
Things are adding up.
Hold on. What was read that again now?
You are a beautiful black lady, and you were in line with an older white gentleman. I talked to him about if this is where to pay my real estate taxes later, and I saw you looking at me.
You just came into my office the other day, and you were talking about paying the real estate taxes, and you said you were headed off to do that. Where was that at? Where was that at?
That was
Detroit
in
Lakes, right?
Detroit Lakes.
Oh my!
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Are you serious, Ken?
Technically, the bubble is a little north of Detroit Lakes.
What day
but
was it on?
423.
What day is that?
Tuesday.
He came into my office on Monday. Probably just a coincidence.
Do you
Yeah.
have any explaining to do, Ken?
Probably just a coincidence, huh?
I mean, this is all lining up, especially after the speed dating.
This sounds like a reach, but I don't know. Maybe it will work out.
This is far from a reach. This is just like a
It's right there.
sitting right in
Kenneth.
front of us.
Kenneth made the post?
Yeah, his name was Kenneth. He said, my name's Kenneth. I kind of like Kenneth. Kenneth Matthews.
I call him Kenneth.
Yeah, sometimes when he's in trouble.
Kenneth
Kenneth
Kenjamino.
Cole, Jendrick.
Pull up some of the
Hendrick.
ones on Instagram. We'll get a couple of the good ones.
Yeah, there's some really.
All right, moving on. Okay.
I've been down bad before, but not quite misconnections on Craigslist
tough,
down
man.
bad. But
That's tough.
I don't judge.
This is
I don't
something.
judge.
This is
gotta be
something
a
that I
bad
would
one.
imagine, like the people that leave like hate comments on our videos, like telling us how worthless we are.
Yeah.
Although maybe somewhat true. I can't imagine you would say that to my face in person, but you would make a post on Craigslist trying to get my attention somehow.
So have you guys ever like looked on misconnections, hoping you'd see? Because like there wasn't dating apps before. I've used dating apps. It's cool.
Come on, Mark.
Oh my god.
Give us your best, Mark. Give us your best misconnection story.
Like some of these.
He goes, I'm definitely not fucking saying it now.
So because you can't say it, does that mean you have done it?
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll
Come
work
on,
for
Mark.
Maybe it'll work for that random guy, Kenneth.
Yeah, good luck to that guy, whoever
good luck,
he is.
Kenneth.
Whatever he's doing now.
Yeah.
Dude, all right, this one's wild. The tag is you farted in Trader Joe's. You were the tall brunette with the near perfect body that farted in the bread section last night. I was the tall guy next to you and that looked over and asked you, "Was that you?" You quickly replied, "No, that wasn't me." You almost seemed insulted, I would ask. As the stink grew, you continued to deny your flatulence, but it was evident. I tried to get rid of the stench by waving 2 loaves of caballada bread. You proceeded to storm off angry manner. You are beautiful, and even if you are a liar and fart like a Clydesdale, I'd love to meet up sometime. Like,
that one definitely could have been about Ken.
Sounds like Evan.
As a joke, that's really funny, but as the real, if that's real,
Although
that's
you're
so
a
awkward.
liar
Yeah.
and
And you
fart
fart
like
like a Clydesdale.
Can you
fucking
imagine
funny.
Clydesdale
standing there and
horse.
it smells so bad you have to start waving your 2 loaves of bread? Mark, 2 loaves of bread. Mark, was that one you?
Yeah, in the bread aisle.
No one loves
bread.
bread more than Mark.
Guy loves bread. We can't even, like, at some of our favorite restaurants, I think it's just a rule to us. They say everyone gets this treatment, but, like, you only get 1 loaf now, and I think it's because Mark
Been eating them
eats
out.
so many
much
that they're
out of
like,
house
this
and
guy,
home.
we're losing money on him. So
Yeah.
the complimentary loaves of bread, we're limiting them just to 1 when we walk in.
One time, Mark came down to the lake early because he was dropping off a couple loaves of bread at all the local restaurants that we were going to go to that weekend.
We got 3 loaves last night, all in front of
And
Mark.
Mark ate all of them.
I really have been coming up with good like children's movies ideas. I think if we ever like quit doing this or if the company's able to expand, I think I'd like to write movies because I think you can write movies and be really stupid and then someone else smart makes them happen.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
The
You gotta
thing
go
that
through and edit it.
Well,
The thing that's-
cartoons would be super easy
That's
to
what
make.
I'm
Yeah, because you
saying,
can
like-
just
The thing that scares me about writing a movie is like, let's say you fully committed, like you were really liking this idea. So that the idea is one thing, and then you turn it into a movie, like nights and nights and nights of writing. And then you like hand it to someone and they don't want to just revise it. They're like, nah, your idea is shit. That
Dude,
would be heartbreaking.
I'll just take this one
like books.
all the way home just by myself. I wrote it in the car to Fargo, dude. I like got in the car, was going to Fargo, and there was a fly in there with me. And I was like, damn, this fly, like I'm taking him 50 miles away from the home that he was at before, right? And so the movie would be about this bug that gets trapped in a car and then it goes on a road trip with a family, right? And so the bug's stressing, it's like freaking out, and then they get to like an amusement park. The family in the car gets to the amusement park, opens the door, and there's a ton of other bugs there trying to find their way home. And I don't know what you call it, maybe a bug's life or something like that.
That's actually pretty good, Ryan.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I could see it.
It's like a character building event.
What's like the grocery store movie with like all the animated foods? That,
Sausage party.
Sausage
yeah,
party.
that like
Yeah.
takes like a weird
Weird twist at the
turn
end.
But,
Yeah, like an adult
It's like any,
cartoon.
you know, like when in Toy Story when they get separated from the house, they got to
Exactly.
get back.
Oh
Yeah, it's kinda
hold
same
on.
thing,
Is that
but with a
just
bug.
a rip off from Toy Story?
No, I didn't know that it was, but this one's different.
I obviously don't know how to make cartoons, but if I could just write the story for a cartoon and the cartoon characters are just us, so it's just basically our show, but we don't gotta like coerce or like you know try and like make this play out the way that we're hoping, because oftentimes we're like got an idea but like no one else is filled in on it and we're kind of hoping it's gonna go this way, so we're kind of trying to like maneuver so it the outcome comes out to the way it
So you're
does for the
hoping.
video. But if it was a freaking cartoon, I could just be like, all right, so he says this, and then this happens. Like it'd be, and
You're
it'd
right
be
around
so
South
easy.
Park, dude.
I swear we could make a cartoon show later on in life, and we just have all of our characters, and we just embellish everything about us and make it 100 times funnier.
I can see it.
And it would be so funny too, because you could just make whatever happen.
Like Ken's just a little bit bigger and more of Ken, and then Evan's just a little bit shorter, but more of
But like
Evan.
you just make it like everyone will just be kind of just clowned on, and you can just make anything happen. Like it would be.
It is in a way kind of like South Park. Like they based those
Yeah.
off of characters that they knew.
Did they?
in their town? Yeah,
They actually did.
I mean, not like
Some of 'em.
exactly, but some of them are.
No
yeah,
shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's kind of cool.
I mean, I'm sure honestly making cartoons will be easier and easier. Realistically, all this is all you need. A person who can write the story, a person who does the animation, some people doing voices.
Dude, someone
And
just
then-
type in the
and
AI
then
font.
just
They'll just make
fucking-
that
I feel like
shit
in the
happen.
next
Put
couple
it
years,
together.
It's just gonna be AI,
Put it together,
like,
and
generating
then
everything.
wherever you're distributing it. So whether you're going Comedy Central or just YouTube or Netflix, wherever,
It's actually a pretty good idea. I think we can make.
you don't even
AI
gotta do
that
shit. You just sit back.
Probably.
and just think, be funny.
Yeah,
You're already doing.
we could do that.
Cartoon Boys TV.
No, I don't know. Maybe we go children's show with it. And it goes on Nickelodeon.
Mm.
I'd rather
I'm
be
out.
more adult humor. I think it'd be way funnier.
How about like all the weird kind of like adult jokes that are in cartoons that like SpongeBob
Oh, yeah.
I think was pretty notorious
They're
for
pretty
doing
good
that,
at
where
it.
like, you know, there was so many different references that as a kid you don't think twice about, and then as an adult watching it you're like, is he like saying what I think he's saying?
Yeah. And some of
There's
them
so
are
many
really
good ones.
hidden. I just remember seeing like some of them are like, oh, okay, I get that. That's funny. That they were chill putting
Like
that
Sandy
in
Cheeks.
there. But yeah,
SpongeBob?
just stuff like that. Like that's funny and it's like it's fine. But I just remember seeing one. I still don't know if this is real, but SpongeBob was like buried in the sand, and then Krabs like grabbed him by the nose and pulled him out of the sand. And then when he was holding him, SpongeBob was upside down, and then it like pans down, and his face is all like exposed. Like his nose was just there. He was not holding him by his nose.
What?
Oh.
Ken, could you look these
Oh,
up?
I
Look
got
up
you,
some.
I got you.
Yeah,
you.
like you ever heard of like they have all these conspiracy theories of like what the underlying message was for SpongeBob or like Rugrats has like they have these crazy things where
Dude, SpongeBob conspiracy theories are crazy.
it's kind of like, do I think that's actually the real underlying thing? Probably not, but it's easy to like, you know, kind of. Oh, nice! I like this video.
Down here, sir.
What are you doing, lad?
Squidward said I could help by burying myself.
Quit fooling and come on out. I need you to be in the commercial.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Nick, is that real?
There's no way, no way that's real.
gotta
That's
be fake.
funny, dude. The way they chopped it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Good jokes out there in kids TV.
Well,
I'll catch you guys on Misconnections.
I hope not.
We
We'll,
chatted for an hour. It wasn't long enough. Let's do it again next week.
Yeah, let's do it again next week. Subscribe if you guys are not already. We post a podcast every week, and thanks for listening.
Cheers.